Hey guys, DC3 Johnson here, coming in with another video, guys. So this is exactly where we left off on the previous video. If you have not seen it, definitely urge you to check it out, especially if you missed any videos. I do have them organized by the playlist, so that way you guys can keep up with what we've been up to this entire season. So right now, the magic number to me is 9. Because if we get there, we tie the exact number of wins we had in 2018. So it was 63 wins in 2018 season. The actual 2019 Miami Marlins only won 57 games. But since we're redoing the 2019 season, we can't. Basically that record doesn't exist. And I really pushed hard to get that out. I don't know if you guys saw that. I was like, I don't want a fan to get this. I need to get this out. So we got Rendon out, which, to me, from what I know, he's a really good hitter. So that puts us in a really good position here. So right now we don't have the option to get the win. All we have is the option to go to extra innings. So we need to hold down. There's a guy on first, which isn't too bad. I mean, you got the second now, but it doesn't really matter. So that key out against Rendon was key right there. So it looks like we have one error that we have inherited here. Definitely need to get this win over the Nationals here, personally speaking. And Gabby Guerrero is another player that, technically speaking, I could put somebody else to kind of replace him, or maybe like someone more experienced. But this is exactly so this is why I wouldn't say the season was a total loss, because we've gotten to know our roster. We've exposed Gabby and Sierra to playing 100+ games, and so we know exactly what we're getting from them. So when it comes time to sign it, oh, here comes my boy Granderson. Look at that, 22 home runs. I think that's the exact same number as Brian Anderson, 62 RBIs. Bring it home, Granderson. Come on, bring it home. From the stretch. Hard ground ball, defense played in perfect. Oh, that was so close. That's okay. Now who do I put? Wink. You know exactly, I'm putting my boy Brian Anderson in. But the golden rule, guys, you always get pitchers ready. Especially if you're doing a pinch hit, which, keep in mind, guys, if you do an American League team, you won't ever have to really worry about this, because unless you're playing away, or you're playing National League, sorry, not away. If you're playing the National League games, that's the only time you have to worry about this. Because American League, they have the designated hitter rule, so this doesn't affect them at all. The pitcher doesn't play at all, or doesn't hit, so they don't have to. They can essentially have a 10-man roster. Now, I do want to do the double switch because I do want to keep Brian in this game. So I guess I subbed him out with Riddle. So we put Steckenrider in. So we're hoping we can get this over with soon. But if we need to get a hit, basically, so we need to keep these guys from hitting, and hopefully get a hit on the next inning. We didn't do well. My boy Granderson came up short, and Granderson and Anderson came up short. And oh yeah, this should be an easy out. Just in time, and that was awfully close. It's almost like a 7-game series, because we're both 3-3, and whoever gets to 4 potentially wins. But it's not a guarantee, because it could be it could be more. But that's the way I see this here. Like a Game 7 eliminator here.
pulled high in the air out to left field. Cairo giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Look at their crowd. My God, that stadium is beautiful. It's full. Like, I'm just like, oh damn, we don't have that. Oh my God. See, I did that again. I don't know why I'm screwing up on this, but alright. At least on the bright side, it could have been worse. There could have been a guy on first, which potentially could have probably tried to steal all the way to home, but instead, oh, and they the pinch runner.
Striding in now for the Nats, Michael Taylor. He's gone hitless to this
Which the one thing, speaking of that, the one thing I found really hard, so for me it's easy to steal first to second, but for some reason I don't do well stealing second to third. So I don't know, the option doesn't really pop out for the most part when I'm on offense to kind of steal second. I don't know if it's because you're directly behind the pitcher, that you're kind of like, what if he turns around and I'm not there and it's over. But I don't know, like if you guys play MLB, let me know. Let me know, because I do realize that, because before when I used to, dude, I'm literally dating myself. So when I was a young kid, PS2 was still top of the world. The most recent game I played before this one, so I played MLB 10, which MLB 10 to me, the reason why I kept playing it for as long as I did was because it was one of the last games where you were still able to control the concession prices. So you were able to control how much revenue your team was bringing in. Kind of like the way 2K is now, where 2K you were able to control ticket prices, parking prices, and souvenirs. MLB used to have that. Used to. They don't anymore. I don't know. I still haven't played MLB 20 to see if it came back. But that was one of the reasons why. And then before, I was playing MLB 2005, which was not even Sony. It was 989, the company 989 Sports. And so, when I was playing 2005, which had Vince Scully, the legend, as commentator, you were able to steal all the bases, and it was actually kind of cool because you were able to. And look at my boy Kevin Cairo. This guy's pissed. He's like, ah, shit. First pitch of the day. I told you guys, don't sleep on Cairo. Don't sleep on Cairo. That's exactly what I'll tell Derek Jeter. I'll be like, didn't I tell you? I told you that this free agent was going to be a good signing for us.
Well,
418 feet. That's pretty good.
We'll see if that leadoff homer stands.
You think the crowd? Do you think the fan was happy to get that ball? Like, even though like it was like the opposite team, like, like I gotta keep it chill. Gotta keep it low key, but I'm happy. But anyway, guys, and to me, in my personal opinion, it was a little easier because you would basically, instead of pressing the analog stick to steal, rather than press the analog stick to steal, you would actually press L1, and you would basically, if you were in second, you would actually hit the triangle button. So it would be basically based on the buttons on the PlayStation. So third was obviously square, X. Well, X, you can't steal X because that's home. But circle would be, and we get, oh my God. I've been sidetracked the last couple of videos, so I do apologize, guys, but I just was like, oh my God, we hit it again. At first I was like, wait, am I watching the replay again of Cairo? But no, it's our boy Starlin Castro, our superstar. And they bring another picture. They're like, you know what, bro? You're done. We only needed you to stop the run, and all you did was just make it worse. But yeah, so circle would be for first, and you would do it that way rather than the analog stick. So I prefer personally that. I'm sure you can change the settings, but actually I like to play on default. And I know some people like hate when like you customize the settings, like, oh, like before F1 like the early F1 games, like X would be the acceleration, and now it's the analog sticks. Now that I went to PS4, and so, sorry, not analog sticks, the R2L2.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner.
But and so at first I would switch them out, like I would actually switch the settings to go back to X and square as I was used to it. But then I slowly got adapted to the idea that, like, oh yeah, you know, I should probably play it the way it was intended, and it kind of worked out. You know, I just feel bad for those buttons because I feel like I abused them. Like I remember for my PS3, one of the R2 buttons actually broke because of how much use like I gave it, and you know the PS3 controls, you know, the R2 is a little more like it sticks out more than obviously this one's. These ones are a lot smoother or a lot smaller, so maybe that'll make them hold longer. I mean, granted, PS5 is coming out, so these controllers will start going a lot cheaper. Which, speaking of which, guys, I am thinking about doing some throwback games to the PS4 while we still have, you know, while it's still basically the current gen. You know, PS5 I believe is scheduled to come out sometime in late December. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But oh, it's called base hit. Oh, well, I guess I would have. No, I guess you're right. I would have leaned more towards the error, but that's fine. And then nope. At this point, why do we need to pinch hit? I'd rather keep Second Rider.
So let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Rather keep Second Rider and have him, you know, actually try to go for a hit here. And it's going to be a double play, but you know what, that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, we're up by 3 runs, so it's not like, oh no, we need to switch him out, you know, like, not the worst thing in the world.
He's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club.
But yeah, guys, if you guys do have any games you guys request or like would want us to like revisit, we can revisit them together for old times. You know, while we still have the opportunity of, like, you know, it's because obviously once PS5 comes out, everyone's gonna be talking about PS5, and we're gonna be making the transition over, and you know, PS4 is gonna kind of go, you know, it's gonna become irrelevant basically. So definitely one of the games I do need to finish. I actually have never finished. I've seen videos or gameplay walkthroughs of Arkham Knight. So I played Asylum to the end, and I played City to the end. City, I think I played multiple times to the end, but Knight is one of those games I have not finished. You know, definitely was looking forward to it. I do kind of feel like the game was a little obvious to its Red Hood. It was like Red Hood the entire time. You know, so I think that's one of the things that I was looking forward to, and I think that's the problem when you hype up a mystery villain, and all of a sudden you can literally tell it's basically the exact same villain. They just changed the name. So I think that was one of the downfalls to my personal interest in the game. So, but I definitely feel like I want to do GTA 5. Let me know what you guys think about this. You know, GTA 5 on the PS4, because I played the full thing on the PS3. The PS4 I haven't, but I know obviously it has the first person, as we do get the win here, so now the number goes down to 8. But definitely we need to consider that to be a potential option, guys. Just let me know. Like, sorry, I know I keep saying it, but just leave a comment below what you guys want me to do. Right now, I'm working on NBA, UFC, but you know, and obviously we'll finish this out. Once we finish the season out, then I would have more time to focus on other sports, or we might do MLB 20 again if you guys are interested, or we could wait until, you know, sports are back on, whatever you guys want me to do at the end of the day.
Baseball fans, let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Braves amassed 14 hits in the game as they got a walk-off win against the Blue Jays.
Our AAA, from what I understand, our AAA team is in the playoffs still, but our AA team is no longer. And why is he on the roster and not
The Nationals combined
Kruger?
for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the visiting
I
Mets
just-
3-1.
I just
Entering today's
don't
action,
understand
the
this.
Nationals
Why
are in
why is
second
he on the
place in
40-man
NL East,
roster?
Yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the National
Let's
League
look at his
wild card,
stats here.
while the Mets are fourth
Oh
in
my
the
god,
division,
I gave him a
14
terrible
games
contract.
back. The Reds put up 16 hits on
You see
the
right
day
here I
as they
have
defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils
Elias, but he's
9-4.
not even on the
As of
40-man
today,
roster.
the Reds are in third
It's
place
kind
in
of
the
like,
NL Central,
oh, and then I
6.5
have,
games
oh,
back,
looks like the
while
Class A.
Phillies are in
Oh
first
yeah,
place
good
in
thing
the
I'm not
NL
keeping
East.
him.
They hold a comfortable 8-game advantage.
And then budget,
The
look at
Chicago
that, guys,
Cubs grab 13
$46
division.
million
They are
we
enjoying a
have saved.
5.5.
So let's simulate a couple games here. We're now in September, so we're basically winding down to the end here. Oh, we do get swept by Pittsburgh, which is not ideal. I think we'll simulate the Kansas City games and we'll just leave it there. Looks like they made the championship here. Thank you guys. I think we'll leave it right here. Thank you guys for watching. So now the number is going to be 7. So stay tuned, guys.